Hey, what is going on, my Elio friends? This is Joker88. We have another episode of Let's Talk Elio. There's nothing much to talk about Elio. It's so funny because, you always get the emails from Elio. You get the weekly blog that you subscribe to. And, like some of you guys are saying, yeah, there's no news with Elio. No one from the Elio Motors coming up, giving any kind of updates. We only get like certain blogs from them, and they're still taking reservations. And it doesn't really bode for people that wants to put on a reservation where there's no news happening. So that's kind of sucky. So from the last blog that I saw here was, who are the reservation holders? Again, another very, very light story. I don't know, just to kind of probably keep something going on in their news, which is kind of sucky for us. So they put people like the commuters, the riders, the patriots, Great, but we need to start seeing more good things about Elio, because I don't know if Elio Motors is just, sitting back and waiting for the dust to settle. I'm kind of sick of it. So since our weekly story with Elio is so slow and lame, I like UFC. Maybe I'll talk over this, while we're watching UFC. These are your top knockouts in UFC history. Yeah, man, there's totally nothing going on. It sucks for especially a lot of people that put reservations down, including myself. I know that there's a lot of reservation holders that are this Ronda Rousey's just gonna get beat up here. Man, I'd hate, I'd hate to cross that chick, man. Wow. Dude, she's getting worked. I think that's what she's trying to head up for Hollywood. So, anyways, yeah, it sucks for, especially like our older viewers and our older Elio Motors fans. They're like, man, I've been, you guys promised me this car a year, 2 years, now we're going on to 4 years, and what's happening is, like, man, I'm getting too old to be driving this car. By the time I get this car, I won't be able to drive, so, I mean, I think, I think I know what's going on, regarding the whole money issue, but, man, I wish that they're a publicly funded company, so could try and see where all this money went, and if Elio really wants it, Paul Elio really wants this thing to get going. I mean, like, gosh, you got to get out there and try and find the money to start in production, even if you can just, how you guys are soft tooling those E-Series. I mean, let's get some E-Series news. And I know there's no money to build the others, but you have some Elio, you have some E-Series that's already built. Let's talk about those. Put those in the blog every week. Put that in the blog where this is what's happening right now with this E1C or what have you. Because you're giving us news about who are the prospective Elio owners, or the paint setup, how it's gonna get painted, or that this awesome knob is gonna be great when you push it. I mean, that's just ridiculous. It's getting to a point that it's so ridiculous. And I know a few weeks ago, I brought up a story about Mr. Davis, and he built that car. And I know I didn't explain it properly, and I do apologize for that. I was trying to bring that video up to kind of see to show you guys that, you know, it happened in the past where some man, Chuck Liddell just got knocked out. Sorry. You know, the guy took reservations and then he couldn't get any money, you know, and he ended up going to jail for it for fraud. And, you know, man, is that what's gonna happen to Paul? You know, get ready to go to jail for fraud, or, you know, or your cast of characters that you have, because man, it's just sometimes it's so ridiculous that this is happening. I was totally thinking that by this time of the year, you know, I won't be making these kind of videos. I'd be making videos about like what I'm doing to mod my Elio, you know. So, you know, the best we can do is just hang in there and don't worry about what the naysayers say. And, you know, there will always be naysayers with everything. And, you know, that's just the way it goes. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And don't forget, for those of you guys who have joined our Elio Owners Association, you know, let's go and try and get a hold of Mr. Martinez and see what's going on, so we can put some more pressure on Elio Motors to get some news out, or to get something, you know, something for the people that pay their money. And I know there's no way in hell we're gonna get our deposit back, you know, especially for those of you that, you know, did the non-binding one. Yeah, you know, you could try and try and get your refundable back, deposit. I'm out of luck on that one. I really like to put faith on things, you know. I'd rather be a believer, you know, and hoping that something comes up of, you know, something. And, you know, this is one of those. And another car company that is actually making a lot of headway, and you should also check out my Sondors Electric Car Club Association, another group that I have on Facebook. Check that out, you know, because they're making a lot of movements, you know, and you know, they seem to be, you know, very excited about this vehicle, and they're very excited about sharing it with the fans, you know. Oh, this is awesome. Watch this. So I guess you can't hang on to the railing there. Man, he's just gonna, check this out. He's just gonna slam the crap out of this guy. Boom. He's out. Nice. So, anyways, I just wish that I could bring better news for you guys, but, you know, the best thing we can do is try. And, you know, so at least that would feel better about putting the money in. And, you know, it's just so funny that they're still taking reservations with no news. So some of you guys will say, yeah, you know, that's why you guys are suckers. You know, we are the people that try to take chances, and sometimes chances just don't pan out. And, you know, it's not over yet, and we're gonna keep our hopes up, and maybe one day that something will do come up. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a great week, and I'm sorry if some of these videos I'm showing right now is too disturbing for some of you, but it's more entertaining than Elio, I would say. Alright guys, have an awesome week, man. You know, it's another, sometimes that's how I feel. Sometimes you're so angry inside, and, you know, you're gonna have to get your violence thing out. It's a sport. It's a sport, guys. It's a sport. They did worse back in the old Roman days, right? So anyways, have an awesome week, guys, and don't forget to check out our groups on Facebook. Thanks for liking, and thank you for leaving comments. You know, you guys are awesome, and I appreciate everything that you guys do. That's how we feel sometimes, right, with Elio. Let me have my car now. Alright guys, I will talk to you guys later.